Yeah, he loved natural hair, so he was like, "Where your fro at?" I was like, "Bro, I will give you a week of this afro. You run your fingers through it, you touch it, you do whatever you need to do with it, because it's going back under some braids tomorrow." So I hope you got all you needed to get out this hair. Don't look at me like that. Shh. Don't be telling our business. You look like you about to tell somebody business.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. What's happening, people? How y'all doing? Welcome
to the safe word.
back. It's episode 3. I know people are like, where's episode 2? Well, you got to understand that we do record, and this is a podcast. So we indeed like to, cast the pod. You can find us on all of your DSPs. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on all those things. So
wherever podcasts are streamed,
you
can
go.
Find us.
Find it.
I'm trying to get the link.
We're going to let y'all come in, get settled. We got some good conversation for you all tonight.
Wait a minute. How do I get the...
I don't know why I'm talking like
I
that.
feel like
for you all tonight.
I feel like an old lady. I'm trying to get the link to share it. Could you, sir?
Y'all was talking about funny words.
Funny words?
You saying you prefer like word like the term Harley. So this is what I was about to say. You know what? You want to know what a funny word is to me, and I think I probably only ever heard it twice, and both times were on television.
What?
A troglodyte.
What? That sounds like a lesbian.
It's a person that lived in a cave.
A troglodyte. It sounds like a set of lesbians.
I heard it the first time
like
I ever heard it. The first time I ever heard the term was on Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
The second time I ever heard the term, it came from a young man named Matt Reinhold, better known as Aiden English to wrestling fans. He was a commentator at Battle of the Valley this past Saturday, and he called one of the wrestlers a troglodyte, and I choked. It was hilarious because people say it like in the most random of times. So I watched what?
I said, you watch Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
I haven't just started. That's what I've been doing the whole time. I've been sick and recovering. I've been watching Big Bang Theory. Oh my God. I'm so mad that I went all these years without watching this show. This is my favorite television show. I am in love. I am pinching away at this show because when it's over, it's over. And I love this show. I'm the kind of person, when I enjoy a TV show, I immerse myself in that television show. So Big Bang Theory, I'm on season 9 where Sheldon and Amy have sex. I love that episode.
So Danae got me watching Big Bang. I never watched it like at all. But her and my dad used to watch it. And it might have been for Christmas. It was one of them holidays. I ended up buying her no, I think she already had the t-shirt. I found her a Bazinga jacket.
Oh my God, I need that.
So I bought the Bazinga jacket first, and then I found a trivia game. And I was like, you and my dad can play, because I didn't watch the show, so I didn't know nothing about it. And I just know one night we were sitting up, just kind of shooting shit, and it came on, and she even mentioned to me, it was funny because we was watching it last night, and she mentioned to me, she said, I know that you enjoy a show because you still continue to watch it after I left the room. And I mean, I was cracking up. I was dying. And it's even funnier now because I like Harley Quinn, the animation, and Kaylee, who plays Penny, plays the voice for Harley Quinn.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it's interesting just to see or hear these people that you've associated with another role, whether it be animation or whether it be anything else, just watching them play into it. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Jim Parsons is hilarious.
Who is Jim Parsons?
Sheldon.
Okay, I didn't know their real name. I don't like Penny. I actually do not like Penny at all.
Why you don't like Penny?
Penny doesn't fit in, and I know the trope is she doesn't fit in, but I don't like her because she doesn't fit in. Personally, I like Amy Farrah Fowler.
That's like kink shaming.
How is that? How is not liking Penny kink shaming?
Because she's the oddball.
she's the
outcast.
dumbass.
She's the outcast.
But no, see,
You can't call her a dumbass. She's passionate. You know, you call her a dumbass because she's not a scientist. The rest of them are pretty much, well, they are doctors.
well, except
She's
for
not
Howard.
the doctor. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they're all scientists essentially.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So she's supposed to be like the comic relief of the show, so to speak. She's supposed to be the outcast. But you want to tell what I do like about Penny?
What?
She got a good heart. She real compassionate, and she real passionate, and she got a hunger for
Success.
like life and things. Like Penny reminds me a lot of myself in a sense of I'm the individual that, you know, you got some people who are just cookie cutter. You know what I mean? I dated a woman who broke up with me, and our relationship was great. She literally broke up with me because she felt like at the tender age of 19 or of that took it back, I was 20, 21, somewhere around there. But even still, 20, 21 years old, because I didn't have like this concrete step-by-step life plan
Mhm.
that I wasn't going. I couldn't be successful in life.
See, I don't like that.
But you got those people like Sheldon's that type of person. They got to be in control of every single thing. You like Sheldon, don't you? You like Sheldon the most, don't you?
I like Amy the most, but then out of the main, like the quad,
Mm-hmm.
I like Sheldon the most.
Yeah, I can tell.
Because
Y'all got the same personality.
We're-
You do.
Are you
Honestly.
picking at the neurodivergent?
Nope. See, you tried to make it. See, you did the exact thing that Sheldon does in that show, though.
I love Sheldon. Sheldon is my favorite, but he has a lot of. Oh man,
That's like a
So-
guilt trip
can you
type
send
deal.
the YouTube link? Send me
Oh, I'm sorry.
the YouTube link so I can share it. Thank you. But no, Sheldon is like, because he's an asshole, but he's also an asshole who can back up his assholery.
He also guilt trips people. He shames people.
Definitely shame.
He acts like he's too good for people.
Definitely bougie.
He ain't bougie.
Yes, he is. You ever watch Young Sheldon?
No, I haven't watched Young Sheldon.
Watch Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon will piss you off.
I'm just on season 9. Of
Young
Big Bang
Sheldon will
Theory.
piss you off because it's that same asshole mentality, but it's a kid.
I love Sheldon,
It will piss you off.
but I love Amy.
Anyway,
I just love Amy Farrah Fowler.
that is
Like
not her name is not Amy Farrah Fowler.
Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler.
That is fucking Blossom.
What's Blossom?
Oh my god. Anyway,
What's Blossom?
say your name.
Oh,
Say
you
your name.
such a baby.
Say your name. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do it.
This is
You really don't know who Blossom is?
She don't know the show Blossom.
Oh my god.
Oh, but now I gotta Google Blossom.
Okay, so before she was Amy Farrah Fowler, Mayim Bialik was Blossom. Jenna Von Oy was 6. And then of course we had Joey. Whoa.
Oh my god.
It's a show that came on in the 90s.
Yep.
It's a show that came on in the 90s. It was on primetime television too.
You see.
You gonna tell the people your name?
Oh, hold on. I was trying to get the link out.
I'm sorry.
Give me 1 second.
Hey people. Hey Ashley. Hey,
Hey.
Ariel. What's up, people?
Is the audio still cut?
Is it
Let me know.
a specific person cutting or is it just all of us? La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do.
Can y'all hear that? If
Did you see
did,
that
it
picture
sounds
of
horrible.
Maya that's been circulating?
I see a lot of pictures.
It was
of
one
Maya.
that it was like a recent picture. I was about to screenshot it and send it to you. I was like, shit, everybody done sent him this picture.
Let me be real with you. Probably, I don't know. People love me enough to send me random shit. What's up, Marco? People love me enough to send me random shit on a regular basis. It's always fun.
See, I was gonna send it to you, but I was like, no, he probably done got sent this 20 times
You know,
today.
I'm gonna be so real with you. It is a blessing to know people know you that well. Like my wife knows. If Maya pull up on me right now, babe, I'll be back in the morning. I'm sorry. I got to go. I got to go. Like, I got to go. I do. So I was like, you don't have to go. Yeah, you don't have to go.
I feel like she would encourage it because it's like,
what's the song? I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. Bruh.
it's a couple celebrities like if they come call Andrew Art like, baby, I'm sorry. Hey, yo, this.
We just talked about this last night.
What?
So what? Huh?
We just talked about this last night.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Yeah.
Like, hello, yo, Andrew, this door, I ain't coming home no more. You take it easy.
Who's like your one? Celebrity?
Winston Duke.
All right. Pretty solid.
Winston Duke can have me any way he want to have me. Like, he can lock me in a little cage, throw bread and water, and fuck me twice a day, and I would be happy. I would be his harlot. I would be his concubine. He could just lock me in a little cage, and I would just sit there.
So you just gonna retreat and be a hermit?
Yeah.
That is the definition of a troglodyte.
If I'm getting fucked by Winston Duke twice a day, I would he could put me in a little room this big. And I would just be happy in this little room. Because I would know that he would be, hey baby, I mean, come on now. You gotta understand.
I understand.
You gotta
completely
understand. You gotta
I don't.
You gotta understand. No, wait a minute. Yes, Winston Duke. Thank you. Ah, look who on here.
Hey, baby. that's my other wife. Hey, baby.
No, wait a minute. You know what? I said I will never fight somebody over a man. But if Winston Duke put me and 4 other bitches in a thing, it's like, we gotta fight to the death for his ass. I would fight for that man.
So what you need to do is go find this Jimmy Fallon episode. When he was on there doing that call. You need to just do that in the bedroom. Apparently, if you do that call, she might. Well, you ain't Winston Duke, but she might get close to you, like close enough to make you do just about anything that you want to do. I don't know if you're gonna let her I don't know if you're gonna be able to lock her in a room this size, but yeah.
I think
You ain't need. How you got getting shout outs? You ain't even a part of this. I'm just playing.
I'm just the maintenance crew. I gotta make sure you're all dressed up and nice and stuff like
Nigga,
that.
what?
So they-
The maintenance group?
I say he the maintenance man. God damn.
Not the maintenance man.
Shout out to all the maintenance men.
You know they finally fired that maintenance man who saw my coochie. I don't know if they fired him or they let. I didn't tell that story on the podcast.
You did.
Okay, yeah, he ain't out there no
You
more.
just didn't preface that story whatsoever.
You didn't.
Straight into
It sounded like a straight porn.
it. You did.
You know they finally fired that maintenance man that's on my coochie.
I didn't go out. You know, for those who don't know the story, basically,
Yeah.
I didn't know the maintenance man was coming back. I came downstairs in a little short shirt with no panties on, and when the
with no panties on.
when the maintenance man came back in, my first thought was to run.
Keep in mind, there was a bathroom.
And then I ran up the stairs.
So all he saw was your ass.
He saw me and
He saw
pussy
everything.
too. He saw it all. And Andrew was like, baby, why did you run? And I was like, instinct. That was the first thing I thought was to run.
Again,
Up the
keep in
steps.
Up
mind-
the
keep in mind, there was a
Where he
bathroom
can
to
see-
my right.
Everything.
There was
And
a
then I was like,
Everything.
and I was like, he kept looking at me like I flashed him on purpose. And then when he saw me outside, he was like, hey, go put on some clothes. And I was like, I can never leave my apartment again.
That's cruel.
Then I flashed my neighbor across the way. But that what she get for being nosy. Because you know how when you order
Hold
like,
up. Wait a minute.
oh, you don't know about that? Yo,
Nobody don't know about that.
yeah, that neighbor, the people who live directly across from us saw my whole ass. But that was her fault for being nosy. Because I was getting my girl, I had just got a Walmart delivery. and I ain't have on no, I had on panties, I had on a shirt and panties, and like I was just gonna stick my head out, grab the groceries, and snatch them in the house real quick. Why she opened her door being nosy, trying to see what was going on in my house across the way? She probably heard me like shuffling out there with the groceries, and then she gonna close the door real fast. I'm like, I guess you will close the door real fast. You shouldn't have been nosy. Now you saw ass.
Ass.
Hey, that's my sister wife right there.
So I guess you're like
She said hey to you too.
Hello.
So I guess you're like the sexy neighbor.
Yeah, I'm the neck. I think I'm the naked neighbor.
Yeah.
3 different neighbors have to see me naked.
The
I guess.
naked neighbor.
I guess I'm the naked neighbor.
But that's a whole character for your TikTok.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you another reason I'm the naked neighbor. Because the twins tore up the blinds in my bedroom, and I be naked in my room a lot. And it wasn't until I was downstairs and I saw one of them in my bedroom window that I realized how far back you can see into my bedroom window when I be standing up in my window, and I had to put curtains over the window. So they probably I'm the naked. I don't try to be the naked neighbor. It's just I accidentally. I don't try to.
So I got this thing about nudity.
Nacho, you the naked neighbor too?
I got this thing about nudity in
You nasty.
certain spaces. And so when I say that, like, I think I would have a hard time walking around, not my house, but like if I know I'm going to be in the vicinity of a window, I should say, I got to be at least probably at bare minimum 5 to 6 stories up.
Like, but see, that's my bedroom though. You can't
I get that. No, I get that. But I'm saying, like, even if you
several times,
if I were in, you know, for example, like if I were in an apartment, I would need to be, I don't know. I would need to be pretty high up, just because, and maybe it's just the fact that I'm so cognizant of what may happen, like what may occur, and like if I'm in a hotel room, okay.
Oh yeah, we was in Chicago. We was naked on the
balcony.
balcony.
Especially if I ain't from there. Like if I'm not,
let me be y'all neighbor. You could come live with us. How about that? You could be. I told you gonna come be the new wife, and then I'm gonna run away. You gonna be my replacement wife, and then I'm gonna run away to be Winston Duke's harlot. Like I already got a replacement wife and mother. Chocolate. What the fuck?
It's a hermit. I just told you that.
I am a hermit though, because like I played The Sims, and I was doing a challenge where you make a room and you delete the door, and the Sim cannot leave the room. It can't talk to nobody. It can only work.
Psychotic.
No, but they have to make $350,000 without leaving that room to build a big house.
That is psychotic.
And she keep crying because she's lonely. And I was like, why are you lonely? You have everything.
You know how long it take you to make $350,000 from the confines of a room? Unless you got like a $1 million idea.
Well, she
says it's on The Sims. I understand that it's a game, but I'm just saying. You said she was crying because she was lonely. Hell, if you like me in a room and tell me I can't get out until I make $350,000.
I found all my rope too. I got 4 hanks of rope. Oh, hey,
Camera just died on me again.
Again.
That's the third time. And then you say your sound basically judged about actually killing you in real life.
Well, she drew a picture of like her killing a bigger person. It may not have been me, but she has everything she need in that one room. Unlimited food. There's a treadmill. There's a computer. She doesn't have a TV, but she got like there's everything she needs is in that little room. I would be happy in that little room.
Okay, so playing devil's advocate.
For a Sim.
What does this Sim do to make money?
She paints. She writes books. She hacks bank accounts. She does programming. She develops video games. She develops apps. She mods apps.
How long does it take to develop a video game?
About.
Yo. Thank you, Rashawn.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. They spoken for, baby. They spoken for. They spoken for, baby. All you can have is Andrew.
You are a hater. Anyway, introduce yourself.
This is Mystique,
This is Mr. Everlasting.
and this is the safe word.
Safe word. What happening, people? We always do this. Like, this is always fun. This is
Like-
the banter before the actual episode.
This is the episode before the episode before the episode. Did you get you enough of them nasty ass banana moon pies?
First of all, fuck you and the click you claim. I got
Okay,
all.
but you part of my clique
got
though. You the
all-
safe word clique.
Nah, don't claim me disrespecting banana moon pies. Nana moon pies. Bro, I got a case of it. Not a case. I got a box of vanilla. I got a box of strawberry. I got a box of banana mini. I caught a box of chocolate. I gave those away because I don't eat chocolate moon pies. We already discussed this. I also got a box of double deckers, which I never get double deckers.
Them dry your mouth out. The double decker moon pies.
Put them on the bottom, put them in the microwave. 15 seconds, 2 scoops of vanilla bean ice cream.
I'm good.
Game over.
I'm good.
Game over. You want to hear the most insane part about the banana moon pie conversation?
What?
Is that it's now Lent,
What you gave up?
and I go super hard for Lent. So I did eat like 3. I ate like 3 mini moon pies throughout the Mardi Gras season, but now I probably won't touch another one until April 6th, because that's when Lent is over.
Ooh.
April 6th is Easter, I think.
Yeah. That's my Easter. Okay. I feel like these holidays just be sneaking up on you.
It's something like that. Whatever, but yeah. So March about to be fun. Notice how I said Fun.
Is it gonna be mad?
Let me tell you something. Today, all I could think about was this is God testing me out the gate.
Damn.
I picked the wrong day to go sober. I have had the day from hell.
Oh,
So I am
Lord.
thoroughly excited to be here this evening to talk about something I actually want to talk about, sex. So hey, I'm just saying.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk
But
about
yes,
you.
to answer your question, I bought all of them and they still in the car. So I made sure that I bought a moon pie for Mystique.
I'm on a diet. I'm good.
I'll take it.
What kind you eat moon pies?
Yeah, I eat
What kind you like?
excellent.
You can't
Do
kiss.
you?
You can't kiss me.
No,
with,
you good. I'm
you can't kiss me
I'm
with
sure
moon
that
pie,
I still
bro.
have a few of them. So when I go home, I'll pull them and I'll get them to you next time I see
You
you.
gonna kiss me
Because
with
I'm
moon
telling you,
pie, bro?
I'm not gonna touch them. Like, it's moon pies for me are literally just for Mardi Gras. It's the only time of the year I eat moon pies. It's the only time of the year I eat king cake. Now I will eat a few of them outside of that. Other than that, She said, "What,
I'm hurt, Mr. Everlasting, eating them dry moon pies.
ma'am? Listen,
You just met our wife. That's my
you-
wife. That's our wife. See?
Okay. No. Yeah, that's y'all wife. You said that she couldn't mess with nobody but Andrew. So you know what that means? She free game. I'm about to talk all the shit. So you and you and these moon pies, I'm sure that you've had a marshmallow pie. You've probably
I
had a
don't like-
marshmallow pie from Little Debbie. That's not what I'm discussing. I'm discussing. You know what?
Hey, Danae.
If I didn't,
Hey, Duchess.
now I wish I'd have actually bought one inside, so that you
I would
can see
rather
the
eat dirt.
smooth, creamy. You do eat dirt.
I
We
know. I
discussed
would
this
rather eat
already.
dirt.
Anyway, you know what? We ain't finna get on this moon pie conversation. We are here to talk to y'all tonight about quite a few things. But before we get started, we want to make sure that you use our discount code for the variety of sponsors that we have for this show. So you want to make sure that y'all look on the bottom of that screen and follow that ticker so that y'all can use that promo code and get 20% off. Go to blackrenaissance.com. if y'all didn't catch the Mardi Gras merchandise, the Melly Gras merchandise, the Let the Good Times Roll merchandise, the Protect the Culture merchandise.
I love that
I don't
Protect the
know
Culture.
Listen, I got that black and white Protect the Culture hoodie.
That's the one I got.
It is the most comfortable hoodie I own, and I produce hoodies. But that hoodie right there is
yes. Yo, that Protect the Culture hoodie. Let me tell you, you remember I won that gift card months ago, like damn near a year ago, and I held on to that gift card. I was like, I'm gonna wait on something special. And I held on to that gift card so long that they ended up doing the sale, and they run a lot of sales, y'all. By the way, they was running a sale for the Protect the Culture hoodie. It was $25, and I was able to get me and him one of them Protect the Culture hoodies. Nice. And I fucking love them hoodies.
Nice.
Yo hoodie, my Merciless Mind hoodies, and my Protect the Culture hoodie. That's what kept me warm all winter because I refused to buy a coat. I don't know. And the thing is, we frequent Chicago so much. You would think that I would just go ahead and buy a coat to use twice a year for Chicago. But I won't do it because it's like I'm not going to
use it twice a year.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd only use it twice a year.
I had a friend of mine that used to live in New York, and I was like, "Yeah, I got a coat like packed." He was like, "Nah, bro, you gonna have to buy your coat in New York for New York.
Yeah,
you can't buy a coat in the South thick enough to keep you warm in a New York winter." That scares me.
It wasn't as, now I'm gonna tell you something. It actually was cold. It wasn't as cold when we went in October, but it was cold at, y'all only have lemons if you're not
fall.
Not Polly, but I'm going back in my corner. My folks always cutting up. But shit, I laugh at her. But no, like, it was colder in March when we went because we were supposed to go this March, but we're not going because, you know, I didn't know how my arm was going to be. So we going to miss Kinky College in March. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. But it's going to be okay because we got another adventure planned.
Can you talk about that adventure? I'm nosy.
Huh?
I said, you make me nosy, so.
Oh, we going to see Ray.
Okay.
They live in, well, her and my friend Chance, all our friends live in Orlando.
Okay.
So we're going to Orlando.
That's what's up. I like Orlando. I like South Florida.
But we fly in Spirit, so we're going to. See, the thing is,
scared of heights? Scared of heights? No, I'm asking. Are you scared of heights?
Not really.
When you get down there, get on the, you got to ride the Orlando Eye.
What's Orlando Eye?
It's a huge Ferris wheel.
I don't like Ferris wheels.
It's like
I'm not scared. I thought you meant like, am I scared of heights as far as flying? Like, I've taken 8 flights now, so I'm getting. All right. Yeah, because you know we have to take, when we go to Chicago, we have to take 2 there and 2 back. So I've been on a plane 4 times. So I'm used to airplane. You rode a plane. I had never rode a plane. Now we catching flights regularly. But we say it's Spirit because this ain't really a vacation. It's us going to see friends. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's one of those, okay, this going to see, you know how a vacation, you put a lot of time and money into it. It's like, shit, I'm going to see friends. Mm-hmm. So I was like, shit, I said, since we coming to see y'all, we ain't got to travel fancy. I was like, we're going to have to ride this $100 Spirit flight. And then we have to push start the damn plane. We just go.
So let me get this right. You afraid of Ferris wheels, but you about to hop on a plane, on a Spirit plane.
Yes, and I pray
for an 8-hour flight.
Ain't never an hour.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm thinking driving.
Driving. It's not because we flying out of Pensacola. Ain't never an hour. That's why I said.
Okay, that makes sense. I get that.
That's why I was like, we'll take the Spirit because it's like by the time we like, man, this some ghetto ass shit. It's gonna be over. But you know when we fly anywhere else, like we fly.
I still don't know if I want to be on the Spirit plane for
hours. We're gonna be yabba dabba doing the damn plane.
Oh shit. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna yabba dabba do the damn plane.
You know what I mean?
That was funny as shit. So
I'm sorry.
Are we ready to get started?
We're ready to get. Oh, we got 10 people. Hey, while we get started, everybody shout out where you watching from.
Please do. We want to get y'all some.
We want to see who in the house.
So as we get started, our first topic for this evening are the top 5 underrated sexual acts.
Hmm.
I like how like everybody did that collectively.
Hmm.
The top
Got a
5
comment up.
top 5 underrated sexual acts. Mystique, I want you to begin, and for our listeners, I want you to tell us in the comments what you think is an underrated sexual act.
My
Good.
couch, my jacuzzi. Man. Shit, man, I want to get in the jacuzzi. I don't like water, but I love jacuzzi.
What's your top 5? You got top 5?
Okay, I'm gonna say this in no particular order because I'm still thinking. I think the number one, I'm gonna say this is the number one though, missionary position. I feel like people really sleep on the missionary position because it's supposed to be the boring position. But I feel like missionary position is the best position because there is so much you can do in missionary. You can literally put the legs up, you can put the legs over, you can put the legs out, you can put the legs to the side. Like missionary has so many variants. You can put the pillow up under, make it better, arch it up. I feel like people sleep on the missionary position because that's the standard way of coitus. So you gotta, I feel like missionary position is the most slept on sexual act because people talk about it.
I just find it funny because you make fun of people who have good old fashioned Christian sex.
No, Christian sex is different from. You ever seen Handmaid's Tale? How they have to have sex through the hole? That's the good Christian sex.
No, because just being real. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why missionary would have never crossed my mind in that instance. Because to me, missionary sex is passionate sex. Mm-hmm. You have missionary with somebody that you love. Like, I got to look you in your eyes while I'm fucking you in missionary. When I want to talk my shit and I want to see your reactions, that's when I want to get in the missionary position.
Yo, let me tell you something.
But the problem that I have with missionary is the fact that I think that a lot of women use missionary to play pillow princess. A lot of women use the missionary position to play pillow princess, and like it's all good and well. It's all good and well to do missionary as a part of it, but I mean, I say it's not underrated because I think it's just.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
But I mean, that's just my opinion.
I get choked in missionary position, so I don't know about all that. Yes. Remember,
but even with that, choking is kinky, but people who kink shame still get choked in standard vanilla sex.
And that's why they fuck each other up because they don't know the proper way to choke and they be cursing their tracheas and shit. But I digress. But yeah, I'm definitely say that missionary is my lazy position. See, I fuck back. So when I'm in missionary, so it's like, I guess for the people who just want to lay there. But I don't be lazy in missionary though.
You fuck back from the bottom.
I fuck back from the bottom. Don't I back? Don't I fuck back from the bottom? Don't be. He being funny. I do because you work your hips up. And squeeze, you know what? I squeeze the muscles and work my hips back up. And nigga, damn, you acting like, get out that phone. What? Fuck you. I ain't gonna call you for no witness no more because you making me look bad. I'm present your furniture now.
So what's your next?
I see we got one from the audience. Fingering is underrated.
I do think that I know some women that can't stand fingers. I know some women who cannot stand to be fingered.
Thank you, Danae. Yes, I talk from the bottom all the time. I do.
Yeah, that's never mind. We'd had that conversation plenty of times. You definitely like to top from the bottom.
I do. I'm okay with it. I'm sinking into this level of boss bitchness.
Okay, Sheldon.
I love Sheldon. Leave me and Sheldon alone.
I'm still waiting for you to tell me what your
Okay.
next one is.
So I think, okay, this one is gonna say, okay, lube. I feel like lube. Well, it's not really a sex
It's not a
act.
sex act.
Okay, shit. Kissing. Kissing and making out is a very underrated. What did you say about Freddy Krueger? Kissing and making out is very underrated because a lot of people don't get into the passion of kissing anymore. You don't just like people when they start kissing, they don't just kiss, they want to fuck automatically. Nobody like makes out. You know how you make out and you kiss stuff? That shit is so great, teasing and playing with the titties. Ooh, yes. But yeah, like I'm sorry, I got ADHD, and when I see something up,
I'm gonna ban you from calling out stuff before I click it.
yeah, because it catches my eye. But no, I'm gonna say that making out, that's another one. Like kissing and making out, because I don't think people kiss enough. Like they kiss as a part of fucking, but if you just sit there with your partner, not even fucking, y'all like just kiss for like 10 or 15 minutes, that is some hot and steamy intimate shit. What do you think?
I kind of want to hear all of yours now, because, and the reason that I say that is because it just, the outlook that you have as a woman is not the outlook that I have as a man. And the things that are underrated to me aren't that tame. For example, 69 is an underrated position.
I hate 69.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that. And I'm gonna tell you why I think 69 is an underrated position. Because of the fact that everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of women complain about 69 because, oh well, I can't perform the way I want to perform because I'm gonna be distracted, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. Sex is supposed to be fun. There ain't nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing, but in my opinion, it is like a contest in a 69 to see who comes first. That's fun for me.
Shit, what?
That's fun for me. A 69 is not, so a 69 is an underrated position because I feel like a lot of people feel like my dog. See, somebody feel me. You know what I mean? Like the thing about a 69 is the fact that a lot of people don't want to do it because you immediately think top on bottom. But a side 69 is extremely fun. A side 69 is extremely fun.
Who you been side 69 and with?
Your sister wife. Anyway, so, but like legit, like there are things you can literally take a 69 and roll that motherfucker. But a lot of people just stack on stack and they think that's all it is to it. No, there are some positions that will allow you to devour your woman more than just the standard positions that you may be performing cunnilingus in. And I think a side 69 is one of those positions, period. So I think that that's an underrated position.
I shall test this theory and be back with results later on.
Like it is.
Don't you be smiling over there?
You lay on your side, have him take one arm, put it underneath your bottom leg. You take the other leg and you put it over this shoulder. Or if you really want to get in, tuck your arm underneath her leg, pull it back. Now she's spread eagle.
I feel like we've done something similar to that before.
She's spread eagle. It gives you so much better access.
When you was kind of upside down a little bit and your dick was right there and I started sucking it. But I didn't really consider it 69. I just sucked your dick because it was near my face.
Huh.
69 is the ultimate challenge to see how far you can take your partner. You're not about to outdo me, is how you should see it.
That's it.
I've never taken to 69. Like I've tried 69 with a couple different partners. And I just have never enjoyed 69.
Have you always been the one on top or always been the one on bottom?
I've tried both ways. And I got ADHD, so I need to be able to focus on the task at hand.
Wait a minute. So you can't focus with it in your face?
I don't know.
Like you can't get head and suck dick at the same time.
I can, but it's like I would much rather. I will 69. I'm not big on 69. I will.
I mean, but you know what? But see, and that's the thing about having conversations like this. I really respect the fact that you saying that you really can't get into a 69 because of the fact that I personally, I'm not crazy about missionary. It feels boring. After so long, it feels boring. Like it's okay for a little bit, but cool. But I also don't need to kiss you for 15 minutes either. Because I kiss you every day.
I like deep kissing though.
Deep kissing is cool and it's fine. But deep kissing somebody for 15 minutes, what we wasting time for?
Intimacy.
We can have intimacy after. We can cuddle and kiss and all that shit after we bust these nuts. But we are here for a purpose.
What is the purpose?
Anyway, what's your third?
Okay, my third is going to be. Let me see. What was my third?
Right.
All right. Oh shit.
You gotta focus. Now, see, I'm gonna go do 69 to your song. I'm about to pollute your song. The one that say you gotta focus.
She said she gonna pollute my song. Like I probably ain't the nastiest motherfucker. Man, okay. So you said
That's fucking funny.
yes. Like, see, bruh, let me tell you something. You kiss me for 15 minutes, I'll be asleep by minute 7. You can be like, come here.
Why you laughing for like you don't be kissing me? Oh no, that's overrated. I'm trying to think of something that's, you know what? Something else, a sexual act that's underrated. Showering together, not sex in the shower, just showering.
Okay,
together.
maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm the confused one here. Because see, we talking about sexual acts, but everything that you've named is intimate. These are intimate acts.
Okay, well, you say your list and then I'll come back to me.
This is your topic.
Necking. I'm
telling you, okay, so I think the 69, is good.
I said missionary section.
I agree with them on the fingering thing though, like because now let me say this, fellas, especially if you got a woman that enjoys being fingered, make sure you clean them dirty ass fingernails,
and you don't have them booty hands.
Keep them trimmed. Keep your hands clean. I know this is kind of off subject, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Y'all say he got to sit up like
I worked in an industry where. A guy where we wore suits to work every day, and one of the guys, and I was young, I was probably 22 at the time. The guy was like, I asked him, he was like, he was going to get a manicure. Now, I just didn't know any man that got manicures or pedicures or anything for that nature for where we was at that age. You know what I'm saying? We talking. I ain't gonna give up myself like that, but anyway, we talk about a time where. You know, doing things like that, where the term metrosexual was considered, you know, basically a curse word almost. You know, people used to say that about me because I dressed nice or I did, you know what I'm saying? I took care of myself, but I wasn't like the manicure pedicure guy. But anyway, this older gentleman, and I'm saying this because he was probably 20 years my senior at the time. I was like, bro, you go get manicures. He was like, yeah. We wear suits every day. Why would I look like $1 million and my hands look like 50 cents? I talk with my mouth. I talk with my composure. I talk with my hands when I'm showing what I'm showing.
I love to see people like,
and ever since then, I have to make sure that like, and it wasn't even intentional, but I didn't mind where my nails were a little long. Now, if they get too long, I can be doing something. And I can hear like me tapping keys. If the tap, tap, tap is too loud, I'm like, yep, time to cut these motherfuckers. They gotta go.
See, I need to get
you know what I'm saying? Like it is about that time now. But yeah, so make sure that if you're going to do that, that you know you clean. We're not trying to be out here giving BV and all that kind of stuff to these women You know, we ain't trying to
Somebody has
scratch 'em and
scratched
doing
me.
that kind of stuff.
And don't be digging like it's a casual it's a like niggas be like what the fuck you digging for gold? Like
You want me to tell that's the niggas that learn how to finger for porn. Because they watch porn stars, women with these 6-inch nails go to their pussy all day. Seriously. I mean, come on now.
I'm trying to think of something else I think is underrated. Or if you saying that everything I'm saying is intimate, now I'm trying to think.
I want to hear some hard shit.
Sit down in my thinking chair and think. Let me see. I'm trying to think of a good one. This was my question. I could have been prepared this list. But now you're making me think me go back on my list. What's an underrated?
Can I give a couple?
Oh, please do.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like this topic too.
Please do.
And mine aren't in any particular order.
Okay.
Cunnilingus.
Absolutely.
Performing oral sex on a female is like one of the funnest things to do. Mainly because like with women, it's so much involved with their orgasm, like the breathing changes. I don't want to say the convulsion, but like the contractions,
Mhm.
The body language, the subtle reaching for shit that ain't there, like the restlessness of it turns me on. I also like kissing. I think kissing is great. Joint masturbation is dope.
Mutual masturbation is.
Yes.
I think that's an underrated sex habit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good. Mutual masturbation is a great. You know what? We're gonna come back to that.
So that's a
come
good-
back to that. We're gonna come back to that.
Oh, that's
a good one.
That's another one I was thinking. Talking dirty talk. That's a good one. That is a really good one. Talking dirty.
But do you consider that a sexual act?
Talking dirty is a sexual. Me when we was at the con in October, we took a sexual talking dirty class on how to talk naughty.
You know what?
Talking.
I'm gonna agree with Dora because I know certain females that could come just purely from the bass of your voice. No outward stimulation, just the pure excitement.
Isn't it audio file?
I think it's something along that lines.
But it is like somebody with a really nice voice is because it's a part of phones. Yeah, when somebody just got a really nice voice, but like even if they not talking dirty, just like somebody with a nice voice and a nice conversation, but talking dirty, a lot of people do not know how to talk dirty. And you say talk dirty to me and they say some weird shit. Like talking dirty is an art form. And we like, you remember the talking dirty class? And we had to.
I remember that. I remember just taking scary movies.
Oh, let's see a scary movie. I'm gonna shit on these walls. but no, talking dirty is a. Do you have anything you think is underrated, back?
Okay, Dominique.
Eating the girl. I'm not. I don't partake in it. No, thank you.
But
No, thank you.
I've heard it's great.
For those who I have gotten my groceries eaten on several occasions, but I do not partake in the eating of the groceries. So it's gonna be underrated. I don't care for it because it feels like an eel is betwixt my ass cheeks. So I don't really the slipper when somebody puts their tongue on your in between your ass cheeks, it's all slippery and it feels slidey, and I don't like it. You ain't never seen an eel in a bucket like circling. It feels slimy and it's weird. Like I've had someone eat my groceries. I've had several someone's because for some reason they always want to eat my ass, and I'm like, if it makes you feel good, you can eat it, but I'm not necessarily. It's not a requirement, so I don't really care for it. For real, it's slippery. I can say it's underrated though. For those who enjoy it, they enjoy it. But it's a slick feeling. I don't like the sensation. You have one to add, babe? What do you think an underrated sex act is? But I think talking dirty definitely counts. And I'm trying. Mutual masturbation, that's a good one too. We got any more from? Oh, I seen earlier. Chantel said like the nipple play and playing with nipples and titties and boobies.
See, that's the type of stuff I think of when I say sexual acts.
Yeah.
I'm talking about physical. When
Okay.
we talk sexual acts, and this is just me, and yeah, okay. So I get the audio file, and you know,
So you mean
phone
like
sex and stuff like that. But it, I don't know what it is, and I don't know. I still think that's kind of a man versus woman thing. Because men are physical. You can tell me what you're gonna do to me all day, but until you pull up and prove that shit, I don't give a fuck.
But you know, we was talking about the porn and thing. You know, oh well, that's not a sexual act. But you know, I act because I don't beat off the porn. If I beat off, it's to like erotic literature. So it's I like to create.
Yeah, because you like storylines.
Yeah, I love storylines. So that's another.
Takes too much time.
I love a porn with a good storyline. We're not.
Time.
We have been arguing with this for 4 seasons now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave it like that. Oh, but yeah, like the breastplate, because I want to know, why do a lot of guys out here only suck and play with one titty?
It's the closest one.
I don't understand.
Sometimes what?
I don't. Sometimes one would.
You know the thing of so
that is the most annoyingest thing ever. Like there are two.
It is also the most uncomfortable thing, unless you're in the proper position. And I'm gonna be real with you. It really ain't but 2 positions you can do that in: missionary, cowgirl. That's it. Either they in my face together, or they are in my face together. There is no way around that, because if I'm on one side of you, this one is closer. This is the one that I'm not about to break my neck to fucking suck. So that's why it's going to get more attention. The one across from me is going to get the hand, but the one closest to me is going to get the tongue.
But then you switch around, you switch back and forth.
Yeah, then I got to go to the other side of you.
Yep.
That's when we switch positions. But but still, you only getting one at a time.
No, I'm meaning like certain individuals I've been with, they will only suck one titty while they're on top with both titties. Like when they
just like one titty,
doing foreplay. But that shit is annoying. Like, why you sucking one titty? I got 2. That is annoying. Like, give both. I will shove both titties in your mouth at the same time if you neglect one.
So I got one. Toys in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Toys in the bedroom is an underrated
that is
sexual
a
act.
good one.
For men and women, because you got a lot of men who are insecure with toys in the bedroom. And then you also have women who just, I just want so I know women who don't like toys. They don't they don't even want oral sex. It's just, your dick's supposed to be hard when you got here. What the fuck? No.
I like oral sex because you know why?
I don't care how fine you are.
Head
Once again,
is the law.
Something about you is gonna have to get me to that point. I'm sorry. No.
Spitting.
I can be horny all the time.
What you want them titties in her head? Like, what? What the? Get your missus. What you doing with the titties in her head?
She is my wife for a reason. Listen,
what the hell?
We get along very well.
Not the titties in her head. Spitting can be underrated. I'm not a.
I need to know what you mean specifically.
Do you mean like spit and swallow? Do you mean like? Because I don't want nobody to spit on my cootie. I don't like spitting.
Oh, but I like spit on my dick. I do.
I don't like when somebody's
There's
like.
nothing worse than a dry blowjob.
No, you're right though. That's with a toothpick blowjob.
Oh,
Not a toothpick blowjob.
I rather hang on out. I rather have a dry
You know
blowjob
what?
than a toothpick blowjob.
I got another one for you. Have what?
I rather have a dry blowjob.
You know
than a
what?
toothpick blowjob.
I got another one for you.
Tuck your teeth.
Using teeth, another underrated sex act.
Fuck.
Using teeth doing blowjobs.
No.
I'll use my teeth on
No.
you sometimes.
Not my kink.
I've used my teeth on your dick before.
Ain't his kink.
That's what I'm saying. I use my teeth and do it. Using your teeth doing oral sex, doing fellatio is a art form because you use your teeth to stimulate. You don't. but you use your teeth to stimulate, like you rub.
What do you stimulate?
It's a very the men I've done it to like it. You like it, babe? You don't recall? Oh my!
I don't.
You
I
suck
don't,
as a
I
backup
don't
dancer
need,
right now.
I don't want to. No,
See, what you do is you gotta take it and you just take the tip of your teeth and you gotta run your teeth down from the tip to the top, and it's a very good sensation if they know how to do it right.
Nope.
And if they ain't got sharp ass teeth.
Don't be out here pencil sharpening things.
It's an art form. That's why they call me the dick whisperer, because I know shit.
You gotta want both your titties play with at the same time. So everybody
That's also true who you dealing with too. You right, Eric, because if they too sensitive, it can hurt. But you just gotta know how to, and playful nibbling, not biting, but it's like you gotta know how to work your mouth and your teeth. But they call me Picasso with the head, so it's like. See, you take your teeth and you just run it up and down and around the head. You nibble around the head. It's not like you're not.
I've got a question because there's a lot of women in this chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, do you have a thing against sloppy blowjobs? I know a lot of women who don't like spit. Like they got an issue with spit, but they will swallow cum all damn day.
See, I'll answer why everyone else is getting their answers together. The thing about I don't like it's the same with cum. Like I don't like the sliminess. It's a texture thing. I'm sensitive to texture. Do I give sloppy blowjobs? Yes. Do I like to give sloppy blowjobs? I like to give neat and sexy blowjobs that are still quite pleasurable. They're just neat. But I will but because the people I be with like slobbery blowjobs, I will give a slobbery blowjob, but I don't like the feeling and the sensation of the spit.
So mistake.
What's the question?
Why is sex neat?
Not the sex part, just the blowjob. I don't like the sensation of the spit when it hit
sex neat? Because
go to come.
If your blowjob,
I got beef with you.
If your blowjob is neat, everything else is gonna be neat too.
Look at that comment up there.
I mean, everything is gonna be neat.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
I mean, just that, like, and that's why, like the stuff that you were naming, like the missionary, like the kissing, all of that is really intimate. A neat blowjob is super intimate. But when I'm ready to fuck, I don't want neat. I want nasty, wet, passionate sex. Like, let's get this shit in. Let's go. Like, I'm not here to babysit you with this shit. You know what it is. Let's go. Why we playing?
I will do, like I said, I do the sloppy blowjob, and I do damn good sloppy blowjob. I don't like the texture. I don't like the feel. It's a sensory thing. Will I do it? Because I do want to try those dribble. I saw those. It's like a mint that you put in your mouth that make your mouth real watery. I want to try that and see how. Xylitol drops.
Yeah.
Can I buy them at the store?
Yep.
Where?
Like Walgreens.
Walgreens 24 hours. We're going to Walgreens when we leave here. There's two things we're going to experiment. We're going to have a good night tonight.
Okay. How was that? 4 piece? Is that 4?
I want a wet spot. You have to put a towel down when I give a BJ. I was reading the comments. Let's see.
He's supposed to be reading the comments.
They're in front of me.
So is that Mike?
Oh! No, you didn't. For those who are not here, he just took my comments away. But let's see. What's my fifth one? I'm trying to think of a good one. That's not intimate. That's just a sex. I say it the titty.
I got my fifth one.
Go ahead, say your fifth one while I'm thinking.
Watching porn together.
I was thinking of that one.
And the reason that I place that in a sex act, not an intimacy act, is because it is literally there for arousal. And I feel like two people who aren't watching for storyline, who are there to just basically light up the night.
Rude.
I feel like two people that light up the night could probably watch 3 to 5 minutes before they actually start to touch each other. And then eventually you go from watching the porn to becoming the porn.
See,
So that's gonna be my fifth.
me and him can't watch porn together because
You like storylines.
I will get on page 12 and be looking for something with an interesting storyline.
I'm only on page 12 because I done beat my dick to the first 11.
I'm really weird about the porn I watch. We tried to watch porn together. He got mad and left because I was taking too long to pick. I was like, no. He was like, oh, this one looks good. I'm like, but do it really?
I would have got up and left to. I only watch.
I don't want the meat and potatoes.
I'm only there to beat my meat. And as soon as I finish, it's like, oh, filth, turn it off. Like that's why I don't give a fuck about storylines.
Okay, other than storylines, I like Ultimate Surrender. Like I said, I do like Ultimate Surrender, but that's still kind of storyline-ish. It's the wrestling.
Okay, I've seen that.
So I like stuff like that. I don't just like the porn where they just fuck. Just fucking is boring. I need some substance to my putting. That's why I watch hentai. But pussy slaps. I like spankings on the coochie, like vagina slaps.
Okay.
That is very underrated. Because I really do.
I'm gonna give you that one. That's a good one.
I enjoy that. That is one of my favorite acts. And a lot of people are scared of it. But if you got enough coochie meat and you get those, and breast smacks, breast slaps, and coochie slaps. But especially coochie slaps, like coochie spankings are very underrated.
What about head slaps?
Man, I would stick my foot so far up his ass, my toenails would clean his nose. Don't you get no cute ideas.
So like y'all really just want me to put beef on the front of the t-shirt tonight. That's really all.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna wear the t-shirt and cash the check. Try me. If you even thought about that for 2 seconds, get the thought out your mouth. Out your head, because if you slap me upside, but you know what though, I saw somebody write this on a Facebook status, said that she ain't had no hair, so the dude used to slap her bald head when she. I saw that said she had hair, he used to slap her head. Now I did see somebody post that on Facebook yesterday.
I fucked a girl with a fade one time. I palmed her head like a basketball. Come here.
What you? Not like a basketball.
Oh shit. Anyway. That was okay. Great. So that was our that was really like our top 15 underrated sex acts. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move to the next topic for tonight, man. Oh, what we got next? Oh, that's funny. Yes. So this is what we're gonna get back to. So we was talking about porn and we've been talking about masturbation. So it feeds into this. Is self-love the best love?
Yes.
For people out there, and this is really just kind of a rhetorical question, but in my opinion, if you do not masturbate, do you really know how to please yourself?
Now, I feel like you got to learn how. I tell everybody, get you a mirror and put that mirror down there and you look at all the parts and the intricacies on the vaginital, Lord, on the vagina. And you look down there and you poke and you touch and you move around the different things to see what's down there. Because if you don't know where your spot is, how you gonna lead somebody else to it? If you don't know what makes you come, what pleases you, how are you going to lead somebody else to the promised land? So I really do think that you should self-love is the best love. Like because you know how to please yourself. And I swear masturbation will save you from doing stupid shit.
Ooh, really?
Because you could that post nut clarity where you be like if you finna go fuck a questionable person and then you beat off and you come and you like, you know what? I'm good now. I ain't finna go take that risk. Masturbation will save you from dumb shit. That post nut clarity of the masturbation before you go fuck somebody. Like, nah, I don't want them. I'm good.
I just want to read this, and this comes from a health.com article about sexual health. It says strengthening relationships, improving mood, and better sleep. Orgasms offer a whole host of benefits, but is it possible to have too many or to be addicted to masturbation? It said that there's no limit to the number of orgasms that a woman can or should have daily. It's categorically not possible to use up your orgasms. Right. For men, it's actually recommended that you masturbate at least once a day.
For
It is
prostate health.
recommended that you masturbate at least once a day for prostate health. And then in addition to that, you're going to be happy because endorphins. Happy shit.
I had a masturbation addiction when I was in my like lower 20s, like my late teens, lower 20s. I had a masturbation addiction. It was really weird.
You know,
It was an interesting time in life.
I will say this though. If you get on a, you know, when we talk about the topic of masturbation, you talk about I mean men and women and just in general, like not only what you said is correct, not only is that like that post-nut clarity, something tremendous, you want to talk about like curing anxiety, depression. Like if you are an overthinker, go and take 10-15 minutes to yourself, get that out. I guarantee you when you go back to sit down, you're gonna be like, you know what, all that crazy shit I was just thinking about, I don't even want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is amazing the clarity that you get after it.
You be frustrated. Yes.
You can be frustrated as all hell. Go and slide to the side real quick. For the ladies, go and find your storyline, get into it, take an hour. Fellas, go and find something that's gonna knock you out in about 7 minutes or less. You'll be all
Well,
right.
see, I really don't be needing like if I'm reading like a little erotica story or something like that, but I don't really be needing like porn to. I don't really be needing porn to like beat off all the time. I can just think about stuff, or I'll just be like, "Damn, I'm horny. I'm done." Because it's like sometimes if I'm like casually masturbating while I'm like if I'm casually masturbating while I'm looking for the porn, sometimes I'll get finished. It's like, okay, damn, I didn't even find one. I'm done now. But yeah, so I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
If somebody wrote you a message or told you that you were the reason, let's say somebody you've never fucked was just like, I've seen your videos and you're the reason why I messed like your music videos. Like somebody's like, I saw you in Pandora's Box.
Okay.
And I've been mad. You're the reason I masturbate. How would you feel? And this is a question for the audience too. How would you feel if someone said you were the reason they masturbated or they masturbated to you?
Highest fucking form of compliment you can give me. That means that I'm a sexy motherfucker. No, for real. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You know what I mean? Now, I will say this. I think that there is a line where compliment becomes disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So telling me that you're the reason that you masturbate, that's a high compliment. Telling me about the things that you wish you could do to me, that's where it becomes disrespectful because you know I'm married. You know I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where it's a fine line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? And one thing that I am mindful of, and I've always been kind of mindful of, is the fact that because for all intents and purposes, we are public figures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, we are public figures. We're all very, very active out and about in communities and things of that nature. So it's like, I can cut up with you. I can talk shit all day. We could do this. We could do that. But I'm not about to disrespect my home either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Being told that, like I said, I do think that it's a compliment. Now, what I will say is, well, look, before I even get into that, what would you do?
My answer gonna sound vain as hell, so I'm gonna skip that part of the
No,
answer.
you're not. You finna give us everything. Give us the whole shebang. Bazinga.
Bazinga. I was going to say, if the person, it would depend on who it was.
We got to rename this episode The Big Bang.
The Big Bang.
Nice.
If the person was like an attractive person and they said it, I would probably be like, oh, thank you. But if it was like an ugly person or like somebody who was not one of God's favorites that was like, I masturbate to you, I would probably be creeped out. Like, it depends on who the person is. Because I hate to say that, but you know, that's the society. Kind of like when we was watching that movie 365, and I said that man kidnapping that woman was only sexy because he was fine and rich. But if it had been like a fat white dude in a trailer park, it wouldn't have been sexy. It's that same kind of thing.
But you're not physically having to be involved with the person, so why would it repulse you?
I ain't gonna say repulse. Maybe repulse is a strong word, but it may be creepy. Like, it depends on how they say it too. Because if they're like, "Oh yeah, I beat off to you at night."
Yeah, I mean that the delivery is creepy, but
Yeah.
the concept itself. I mean, and I say that because I think, unless I'm, something just changed overnight. As humans, we are attracted to people in general.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna fuck everybody that you absolutely want to fuck. Well, women can. Women can. Women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can.
Yep.
That's a fact. That's a fact of life. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. It depends. I'd be like, what picture did you like? If somebody I never sent a nude to,
I don't think it has to be a photo though.
like what you be masturbating to? Like, if somebody is like masturbating to my erotic poetry, I don't know if I would be mad at it if somebody was like, I masturbate to your erotic poetry. I'd be like, thank you. Somebody did. I had posted a video of me doing things to Andrew, and a woman told me she beat off to that video, and I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, you beat off to me giving head? I was like, none of your business. Don't look at me like that. I ain't telling you.
So I don't. So now that produces.
That's the kind of compliment
that produces another kind of spinoff. Because if you think about it, are women producing OnlyFans porn with the intent of knowing somebody's gonna masturbate to it?
Yeah. I mean, that's what OnlyFans. I feel like you're producing. There's some people who just like to look at the artistry of like different nudes and different videos, and that is completely valid. But most people who are subscribing to OnlyFans are probably going to be not blowing off to it, are probably going to be beating off to it. So I feel like, hey, if enough people were to tell me, yeah, I masturbated, I'd probably make an OnlyFans. Like, oh, you masturbating to me? Okay, and then you can charge me, pay me the $6.99 a month. Everybody happy. You get the content, I get the money.
Once again, I still think that's only something that a lot of women can do. Like, it's a lot easier for women to do that than it is for men, because men have to look a certain way. Men have to look a certain way. I mean, you were spot on when you said that. I mean, so I don't really consider you vain when you said that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women think like that. They just do. This isn't from like some, I mean, I see it on Twitter every day.
I need
You
to
see
be
it on
more active on
Facebook
Twitter.
every day. Men gotta have, and it's a laundry list. And dudes be like, man, my lady just need to have this. Chris Rock said, "Feed me, fuck me, shut the fuck up."
Men
want food, sex, silence.
But men are easy though. We've already established that men are very. You know, we was talking about when somebody pay a male prostitute, and I was like, there's not a need to pay male prostitutes. I mean, there are some people who do, which are mostly other men. But as far as women paying male prostitutes, it's not as prevalent because men are easy. It's not hard.
Women fuck who they want, and men fuck who they can.
You got to talk to your brethren about that. They need to stop giving
women
the dick
fuck
away.
who they want, men fuck who they can. So a man is going to try to fuck you, even though he knows there's a statistical probability that he probably doesn't have a chance. But he's gonna try just because he has to, because he knows that there's the probability he's gonna fail.
Not the probability.
There's the probability he's going to fail. It's the remember when we had the conversation about the perfume, and you was like, you wouldn't wear your good perfume around us because you ain't trying to attract us. Basically, you wear your good perfume in places where you want to be noticed.
It ain't so much
and you felt like that we wouldn't pay attention to you because we're around you so much. And it's not that I can't pay you a compliment, but even if I pay you that compliment doesn't come from somebody that you want that compliment from.
No, it's not even that. It's just the fact that people telling me I buy expensive. I like to buy nice perfume. I generally put on perfume before I leave the house. And it's like one thing I like is people like, "Oh, you smell good." That's like a really big compliment to me. So I wear my perfume more out. I do wear perfume here. I don't know if you can smell it. It probably I've been in the air, but I did have on some earlier. But like that's the thing. It wasn't so much as like it's not even got to be a sexual thing. Like anybody, like another woman can be like, "Oh, you smell good," and it's like, "Oh, thank you." It's that type of deal. But it's not the person. It's just like compliment me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even compliment me. I'm not looking for the attention.
Let me ask you
it's just
this.
like I like it.
Let me ask you this. A man and a woman can pay you the same compliment. Why is it held in higher regard when it comes from a woman as opposed to when it comes from a man?
And I'll answer that question for you. I feel like when a compliment comes from a woman, it feels more genuine. And it's just the society that we live in that when a male gives you a compliment, 9 times out of 10, there's an underlying reason, or they're trying to get something, or they're hoping they're going to hook up with you or something like that. Whereas when a female gives you a compliment, it's easier to take that compliment because you don't have to worry about ulterior motives, or you don't have to worry about how you receive.
I don't know, this day and age, a woman will fuck you just as fast as a guy will.
True. That is true. But I'm just speaking from my perspective. It's like when a woman gives you a compliment, you can just take it and enjoy the compliment. But with men, when they give you a compliment, if you don't give them the reaction that they want you to give you, then it becomes dangerous. Then it becomes worrisome. So it's a lot more that goes into a compliment from a man, because it's like when a man says, "Oh, you pretty, can I have your number?" And then when you say no, now you a fat bitch. It's like that's the issues that you have to deal with most men who give you compliments. So when a woman gives you a compliment, it's just a compliment. It's just her hyping you up, and it makes you feel good.
I appreciate you saying most, man. And it's a sidebar, and then we can move on in the conversation. But I'm gonna tell you what made me ask that. So a few days, probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, there was a young lady I'm Facebook friends with. I don't know her personally. I'm just Facebook friends with. And she had asked the statement like, "Is there any new food places in Mobile where like good to eat?" Now y'all know me. I'm the foodie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, people are commenting, nope. They ain't really answering the question. They ain't even trying to answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yes, it absolutely is. Depends on what your palate is like.
Mm-hmm.
So then she commented back. She was just like, Mediterranean. And I was like, you would pick my favorite food. Let me line this out for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just started giving her suggestions. Fast forward 3 days later, I sent her a message just to ask her, hey, I couldn't find the old status, but I wanted to see if you tried the restaurant that we talked to you about. Also, there's this place. You should try it. She never opened a message. I was fine. I don't expect you to. You know what I'm saying? Because there are men and women that are both insecure, so they can be kind of crazy when it comes to like DMs and stuff like that. And it's just what's built around that. So a couple of days after that, completely different conversation. And we were having like this full on just kind of back and forth on the status. And then I said to her, I was like, hey, I don't know if you had a chance to check your messages. I sent you a question about one of the food, and I said this on the status on one of the food places that we talked about. I just sent you another suggestion. Now, instead of it automatically became a defense mechanism for her. Then it became, let me just say this so so don't nobody get messed up, but I got a man, blah blah blah. And I was just like, okay, and I'm married. I just asked you about a food thing. But you know what? Don't worry about checking it. I don't need no problems. And I unfriended her right then and there.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's kind of like I seen a meme. It was a tweet where the woman was sitting next to a dude on the airplane, and she was like, "This dude just got a phone call from somebody called baby girl. Now I can't wait to get him when he try to holler." Did you see that? It was like a tweet where she was like sitting next to the dude on the airplane talking about, yeah, then she said he just got a call from baby girl. Now I can't wait to get him when he try to holler.
Baby girl could have been his daughter.
And no, but then he hadn't hollered, and then somebody tweeted her back, was like, you mean to tell me you was being nosy in this man's phone? He was minding his own business, and now you getting defensive and he ain't even said nothing to you?
That's it. People will make up whole stories in their mind just to try to make shit make sense. But
Like,
they'll never admit they're wrong.
Like, dude was minding his own business, and she was like, if he try to holler, I'm like, but he didn't even say nothing to you. This man is just on this plane minding his business, and you are so full of your own asshole that you assume that he wants you.
That's it. That is it.
People are crazy. Life is too short to be worried about shit like that. Like, I'm not finna go. Like, people like that are like bleeding and drowning in their own insecurities. And it's like, if you gotta do all of that, I gotta make, like, if somebody just asks you about a rest, I ain't got time for it. That's why I'm so happy that I have a peaceful relationship and I ain't gotta worry about no shit like that.
Yo, I want to dial back just a couple minutes.
All right.
So let's ask a really good question, but y'all were deep into the topic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna share it with y'all and let y'all answer really quick on the cuff. So, what are some factors that make men feel like they don't have a chance with a specific woman? The reason I put that up there is because you just spoke on insecurities.
Oh, so no, leave it back up there for a second.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Damn good question.
Unfortunately, I think that social media now plays a huge part in the way that men approach women. And before social media, it was just kind of like the popular crowd. I'm speaking from experience, so I can really I can adhere to this. I was not the popular guy in school, in high school. I was known. I was very active. I was president of a service club. I played sports. I did this, you know what I mean? But I wasn't the guy that I wasn't like the captain of the football team. I wasn't at every party doing this. I wasn't that person. It wasn't until I got to college that I actually found out that women found me attractive. So I was 19 when I actually began to get attention from women like that, you know. And I think that men see so much of don't disturb a woman unless you can add value to her life, or you know, don't disturb a woman you're not ready for. No one ever talks about women disturbing men that they're not ready for. No one ever gets into the conversation of This man got this, and this going for himself. What do you bring to the table? And a lot of women don't feel like they have to bring anything to the table because they feel like I am the table. I can just bring me. I'm the gift. I'm the prize. I'm this. I'm that. And what it equates to, and I hate to say this, but it's true. I'm glad that there's a generation of us that are like in our, I can't even say late 20s anymore. It's really like the 30 to mid 40s crowd that have, I guess you could say, become more confident in who they are and what they do. But I know a lot of 20-something women that they put this image of themselves out there to the point where a guy is either afraid of rejection because all she does is post stuff that he feel like he can't do for her. So that's one thing that's going to be a factor that makes a man feel like they don't have a chance with a specific woman. 2, he watches the type of men that you give attention to or that you date. So that would be a reason. 3, if and it's not funny coming from Celeste, but there are a lot of women who are like, oh well, they can meet a man make $4,000 a month. Oh, he'll make enough money for me.
Ooh, boy.
Because he can't get my hair done, my nails done. He can't buy me my bag. He can't do this. He can't do that. I need this. What do you do? How do you contribute to your life? So he's supposed to just be a slave for you. Men want partners. They want someone that they can relate to, that they can be vulnerable with, that they can be comfortable with, that they can explore things with. They don't want to be talked down to. They don't want to be treated like a child. But there are women who treat men as if they are nothing but property. But then women turn around and say the exact same thing about men treating them like property. You want to be the trophy wife. A trophy is property that you own because you won it. Think about what a trophy is. It is literally a piece of material that we are awarded once we've accomplished something. But at the same time, I'm here to tell you that I don't think love is enough for anybody. And I've always said that. Even when you get into the topic of marriage, marriage is a business. Marriage is a business. I don't give a damn how much y'all love each other. In the end, it is a business. That's why prenuptial agreements exist. Because you got men who have worked their entire lives. And I'm not saying that women want to, because there are some men that's got out of here. Like they done got with a woman that had a lot of money and they made out pretty damn well. But you don't hear about it as much as you hear about women taking half of something that they married into. And so to get back to the question that Celeste asked, I think that men just basically take an overall look at the presentation and make a general assumption. And it ain't right. It's not the smartest thing to do. But as humans, with anything that we do, we are visual creatures first. So the approach in which we have to take with certain women, if I were single, I'm not going to approach a woman that I feel like is going to give me a headache. I'm going to approach a woman that I think is I can have fun with, that I can grow with, that I can invest in, that can invest in me, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of those things. Men pay attention to red flags more than y'all believe. And I just think that if some women stopped and took a good hard look at themselves, they would probably ask themselves, like would you date you? Like that's I guess that's the question at hand. You look at you, if you can afford your lifestyle, fantastic. Why wouldn't you try to meet a partner that can add to that lifestyle, not take over? So that's just me. That's my 2 cents. That I know they got a little deep, but I mean, but in my opinion, I think those are some of the factors, and I think social media only feeds into that because a lot of the stuff that we see are only the W's. People only post their W's on social media. They very rarely post their L's. But to me, I think a woman that is able to post her L's or admit to her losses, that speaks a lot to your character.
You know, I've seen a woman say that before, and it was like really surprising when she was like, she fumbled the bag on a good dude because she cheated on him, and he just was disgusted by her and blocked her even when she tried to go back to him. And I was like, you know, it's like, I like to see it from both ends. It's like some people you can genuinely, as a woman, fumble over a good person. And I feel like a lot of that comes from a place of unresolved trauma issues and hurt that you really need to work through. And that's on both ends in order to have a stable relationship. Because even I've experienced somebody like that where I was seeing somebody, and what happened was they were male and they had a lot of unresolved trauma. They say, oh, that love, I can't stand that here people, oh, that love shit don't live here no more. I done gave up on, and that people say stuff like that as a out of a place of hurt. And then I was speaking with them and we had a little situation going on, but then I eventually moved on because I was open to, even after all the shit I had been through, I was still open to love. So I was open to being with somebody and falling in love and everything. So when I finally met somebody who I could see myself falling in love with, I turned my attention to that person. And then that individual felt upset because they felt like that person took me from them. And I'm like, well, no, I stopped seeing you because you said you were not wanting a relationship, because they were scorned because they were dealing with some issues with the mother of their child. They were scorned and they were upset. So they ended up like, you know, fumbling the bag and losing me. And then I went on to have a successful relationship. So it's like, you know, you could have had a relationship, but you chose to live in a place of hurt. You can't punish your new partner for what your old partner did, because you're not going to be able to. You have to resolve those issues within you. And I think that men, like when you were just to add on what you said, because what you said was good. It's like, I feel like a lot of the times maybe men do go for the easier option. That's less work. Like as far as mates. Because like some people, I feel like if you're gonna, you know, set your needs, your wants, and your requirements in a relationship, and you don't want to bend from them, you just got either. I feel like when just my experience from the outside looking in, I can't speak to all men and who they date, but it just seems like most men will either go for the easy option where it's like somebody they're not as compatible with, but they're easy to get, or they're going to chase somebody who's out of their league or is not, like, they're not aligned in either way. And I feel like then they get mad.
I think you said something there. I don't think men go for the easy though. Some men will. Me personally, I'm not a person that likes to settle. I personally hate the term. I do. That being said, I know I've settled for things in my life that I wasn't exactly happy or proud of. And I think that when you know who you are, you know what you can do, you know what you contribute, I don't think settling is an option. I think that I don't think men pick the easy one, but I also think that men pick the best option for them. And when I say that, it don't necessarily mean be the easiest person that I can get, because it ain't gonna always be easy. Everything's not always gonna be easy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I got to fight at work, I don't want to have to fight when I get home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the person that's gonna make my life easiest when it's the hardest. And I think that's where your compatibility comes into play. I think that's where all the rules, quote unquote, that we experience. Like you hear people talk about like the 80-20 rule and stuff like that. Like they always tell you to weigh your pros and weigh your cons. And if your pros outweigh your cons, then this and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it also just becomes one of those things where I don't know. I guess I feel some type of way to think that men pick the easy target, and I'm sure that's happened more often than not. But I can only speak from personal experience where one of the craziest things for me was finding out women that I never thought I would have stood a chance with. I would have had the opportunity if I'd have just asked. And so I thought they were out of my league. Turns out I was too intimidating. So I don't know, man. I think that if you just have those open and honest communicate, like that communication, if you open that window or you open that door for communication, I don't think anything is easy, but I think that we make it easy by the people that we choose and the conversations we choose to have. So, yeah.
Agreed.
So, our next topic
We're
is going to be our question of the day.
We about to get nasty. It's Mrs. Nasty time. I'm faded, feeling X-rated. Hey, baby.
So you gonna read this question, or you want me to read it?
Shit, I gotta pull it back up.
I got you. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
I'm gonna read. This is a question from a viewer. Our viewer writes, "Hi, I love your podcast and appreciate all you do. I am getting ready to do my first threesome and I am so nervous. I have never had one before and I am not sure what I am supposed to do. Can you give me some advice? I am scared I am going to look stupid."
You first.
I just think about that meme. Did you see that meme? It was a meme. I love memes that was going around, and it was like playing threesomes are so weird because everybody's just sitting around like we are all gathered here today.
That's funny.
like you just sit here like, so what we supposed to do? Oh, okay. It's like I feel like that's like the most awkward thing. You just sitting there like, okay, how do we get it started? Like, you're like poke.
Y'all remember Facebook pokes was it, right?
Oh my god, I miss bring back Facebook pokes.
Pokes and honesty box, nigga.
Ooh,
Honesty boxes were fun.
I was getting dirty messages in my
Everybody
honesty
was.
box.
Yeah.
So, to our
Yo,
question,
bring back the Facebook pokes and honesty box.
to our listener and your question of the day. I am missing information. What is the dynamic of this threesome that you're about to get into?
Okay, it's a woman and they're gonna be with a couple. I did clarify that.
It's a woman that's gonna be with a couple.
Yeah.
So we talking female, male,
Yeah.
like female, male, female. What?
No, female, male.
Okay.
Make sure they're hold a minute. Is that a story you need to tell us? Make sure there are a decent amount of Uber drivers within close range. It just
You never know when you need to get the fuck out of there. That is for sure.
a hookup gone wrong is how I found out that you can't get the Uber back.
Okay. So let me say this. Congratulations. Have fun. Don't overthink it. You only look as stupid as you make yourself look.
I mean, let them lead. Like if you're joining the couple, just wait to see what they do. Like if you just sitting on the bed and they start scripting, then he's like, okay, it's time to get naked. Like just if you're gonna be joining in, let's hope they've done this before and you're not like they experiment. But just be like, okay, just see what they do. Maybe touch a titty or two. Like, have fun. It's not it's not transactional. It's not gotta be. I mean, I guess it is kind of awkward though, because you just sitting there like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, I think that playing threesomes can be kind of. I think the spontaneity.
I mean, playing sex is a little weird too. When you're like, okay, we're gonna have
sex on Tuesday at 3:15 p.m.
Yo, but
we need to be done by 3:30 though, because I have a meeting at 4. Like, and it's gonna take me 20 minutes to get across town. And of course, if you're early, you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late. But anyway,
see, I've had like when I was working them 3 jobs, I had to pencil in my sex. I was like, okay, I got 6:30 on Tuesday, and guess who showed up at 6:30 on Tuesday?
I think that okay, so ultimately relax.
I think they get in the room, Celeste.
The best thing that I can recommend is meet in a neutral space, like a hotel room, because you don't want to go to like anybody's house that you don't really know like that. I think that all I can say is go with the flow. Because the minute that you start to overthink it is the minute that it no longer becomes fun. And like I said earlier, sex is meant to be fun.
A great philosopher once said, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. That is the perfect advice I got for you. A great philosopher once. Don't look at me like that. You know who that great philosopher was?
Who was it? You got something?
Miss Frizzle on the Magic School Bus. She said, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. I mean,
that's pretty much it.
Just don't be nervous. I mean, talk to the people you dealing with. Tell them like, yo, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. I'm a little bit nervous, and it can be fun, but I get where it can be weird, where you all are just there, and it's like, okay, how do we get this started?
Set your boundaries.
Yeah, good one.
Set your boundaries before you decide to engage. If you know that there's something that you're not into, you need to let that be known.
Talk about contraception too.
There are people that have been in threesomes that they weren't comfortable to begin with, and they just agreed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fun for anybody. So at least you're preparing for that one, because there is nothing, as much as playing sex is a bore, an unplanned threesome with somebody that's not into it is the worst. It is the absolute drizzling shits, because somebody's gonna get jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's not gonna want to reciprocate. Somebody is gonna have an attitude. It is going to literally ruin your entire evening. So set your fucking boundaries from the start.
Agreed.
Set your boundaries.
especially around contraceptive. I would probably buy a morning after pill just in case. And like you said, if you can drive your own car to the space, don't let them pick you up if you can, because I've seen threesomes go wrong a lot. Like I've heard of threesomes going wrong. So make sure you have your own way home. Talk about contraceptive. If you feel the energy is off, don't do it. If you feel like, because most of the times, like I've seen where like the man will convince the woman in the couple to do the threesome and she's not really in it. And then it gets to where it's like fighting because she like, oh, well, you made her moan too loud or you enjoyed fucking her too much. So I would definitely make sure they were both into it before you do it. And you are allowed to withdraw consent at any time. Just because you say yes now does not mean you can't say no and leave. So drive your own car there, talk to them, just talk it out, talk about contraceptive, bring your own contraceptive, get a morning after pill. And just like we said, have fun. It doesn't have to be, even though it's playing, it doesn't have to be as transactional. You know, maybe if y'all want to have some drinks and wind down, have some libations or something, you know, and just talk about it, just let it flow naturally. Don't try to make it so transactional, like it's not a step-by-step thing. Just like let them lead. Don't be nervous. Wash your ass and just have fun.
Wash your ass is good.
Yeah.
You got to wash your ass.
Because we don't need no ass heat.
In the words of the great late Red Fox,
Funk.
that's the best way to say I love you. Wash your ass. And on that note, this is Mystique.
This is Mr. Everlasting.
And this has been the Safe Word.
Safe Word.
Good night, y'all.
Peace.